Developing the actor's presence. Evolution exercise. Dance the song of your life. The evolution exercise and the song and dance exercise develop your stage presence, increase your physical and emotional self-awareness, and strengthen your concentration to handle the many pressures of performing. The evolution exercise, which I also call Dance the Song of Your Life, requires you to make up interpretive dance movements to an inspiring piece of classical music at every stage of your life. Becoming more physically expressive contributes to a positive overall sense of yourself and empowers you as a person and artist. The two-part song and dance was initially developed and taught by Strasberg as a diagnostic tool to deal with singers and dancers who were overly tied to their strong habits. The results were startling, and he began teaching the exercise to all of his students. The exercise helps uncover habits and tests your ability to break them, and it can also teach you to focus on more than one thing at a time while following your own commands. The evolution exercise can increase your vitality and energy levels by requiring you to invent spontaneous movements to express feelings and emotions. The reason why I also call this exercise Dance the Song of Your Life is that you're being subjected to the power of memory to recapture your feeling at every age from the vantage point of who you are now. You can also work on characters in the same way, imagining the trajectory of their lives. This imagination exercise takes at least an hour. The preparation is to have begun your training by learning sense memory in order to expand your sensory life and experiences. The exercise can be just as emotional when observing it as doing it, because you can see hidden qualities and sensitivities about a person. You can see who is locked up and where they hold their tension. It's interesting to watch the struggles people have transitioning from one stage of life to another. If you get a chance to observe this exercise, you can test your own empathy and observe who touched you and why. Each segment of your life will either precede your current age, for which you imagine and recollect back, be your current age, or be in the future, when you're older and for which you must imagine forward. Be aware of what you're experiencing physically and emotionally during each stage. You can interact silently with the other actors if the impulse arises, but no talking, humming, grunting, or singing is permitted except during the first stages where infant sounds are permitted. For this exercise you make up a set of expressive movements to the orchestral version of Bizet's Carmen. Any piece of dramatic music of your choosing can be used. Each segment of music will correspond to a phase or age period of your life. You're the choreographer of the dance. Make gestures using your arms and legs and get the whole body involved. Bend your knees, move your hips, and make contact with parts of the body that may be difficult for you to activate. Don't worry about what you look like. You don't have to be a good dancer. Let the music move you. There's no aesthetic to be concerned with. Begin by lying down comfortably on a mat, or on the ground with your eyes closed. The teacher, or you at home, will start and stop the music for each age or phase of your life, however long that piece of music lasts, which is usually a few minutes. In class, while resting between segments, the teacher can read the description of each phase before playing the next piece of music to remind you how to proceed. If you become static and don't involve your whole body, which often happens, I remind you to make it a dance and get out of your head. The stages of life include: inside your mother's womb. You're safe and secure, floating, stretching, and moving. You may hear muted sounds and sense variations in light. All your needs are taken care of, or maybe there was stress. Explore those feelings, be aware of them, and move around in the fetal position. Try and remember what it felt like to be in your mother's womb, and use the music to move and guide you. When the music stops, lay down, rest, relax, and breathe. Being born, infant, or baby. This can be a wondrous process of movement and discovery. There can be struggle and effort. Make noises, wail, laugh, or cry. You may feel the colder air as you are born, or the sense of being cleaned or swaddled? Are you bewildered? How do your arms and legs move? When do your eyes open and how? You will hear many sounds for the first time and see bright lights. Try to remember what it felt like to be a newborn baby and move to the music with those feelings. Make it a dance and respond with the whole body. When the music stops, lay down, rest, relax, and breathe. Toddler, ages 1 to 3. You're crawling, nursing, eating with your hands, gurgling, smiling, loving, crying, trying to walk and falling, speaking gibberish, talking. Also acknowledge the stressful aspects of life, such as boundaries being learned and needs that aren't met, or other discomforts. Use the senses to explore this time of your life and dance those feelings. When the music stops, lay down, rest, relax, and breathe. Your earliest school years, ages 4 to 6. Here you're in preschool or kindergarten. Both at school and at home, you learn to play, you're inquisitive, interact, laugh, run, paint, make music, listen to stories, learn to read, be without your parents, have lunch and snacks, make friends or feel left out, have tantrums, watch TV. Think about how you felt as a child of that age. Were you scared, carefree, or angry? Try to recall what it was like back then and move to the music, making up a dance to those feelings. When the music stops, lay down, rest, relax, and breathe. Elementary school, ages 6 to 10. Big changes take place at this age. Were you terrified on the first day of school, or were you excited? Were you shy and inhibited or outgoing and inquisitive, wild or possibly the troublemaker? Did you make friends easily, or were you a loner? See the school itself, the teachers, and the other kids. Have the feeling of being there and use the senses and your whole body to reveal those feelings in any way they come out. The movements are expressed organically and originate from your own impulses. When the music stops, lay down, rest, relax, and breathe. Middle school, ages 10 to 14. This is usually a tumultuous time as your hormones begin to rage. You are trying to fit in at school, with all the anxiety that produces. Try to remember how you felt. Were you painfully shy, outgoing, aggressive, a bully, prudish, scared, clumsy, arrogant, popular, average, or athletic? How did your parents relate to you, and were there conflicts and pressures, or engaging adolescent activities? Let the music inspire you and find the movement inside yourself that best expresses what you felt at that time of your life. Be sure to make it a dance, not a mental image. When the music stops, lay down, rest, relax, and breathe. High school years, ages 14 to 18. You can pick a particular year to make it more specific. Were you extroverted or introverted? Think about friends, school, crushes, worries, rebelliousness, sports, work, physical vanity, disappointments, parental conflicts, wanting to be independent, all of which are part of the process of growing up. Did you fall in love? What were your future educational considerations? Dance your remembered feelings from those formative years. When the music stops, lay down, rest, relax, and breathe. Late teens, early 20s. The possibilities of your life are opening up, or they are not, and you're deciding what to do with your future. High school is over, and decisions must be made. How do you deal with college, friends, love, and sexual relationships, religion, aging parents, dying grandparents, hobbies, careers, living in new places on your own, money worries, health, as well as all the frustrations and heartbreaks that are part of normal life? When the music stops, lay down, relax, and breathe. Mid-20s and 30s. If you haven't reached this age yet, try and envision it, and dance to the music, expressing how you intend your life to be then. In this age segment, you're considering career, family, health, financial concerns, success, and dissatisfactions. Did you meet the love of your life? Try to envision that person, If you want children, create them, see them and touch them. Are you acknowledged in your chosen career? Perhaps you received an award. See that happen in your mind's eye. It takes place in your imagination, so anything is possible. Use the feelings to inspire your movements to the music. When the music stops, lay down, rest, relax, and breathe. 40s and 50s. You're contemplating middle age and the joys, pleasures, and conflicts associated with that in your mind. Professional developments, religion and spirituality, triumphs and failure, love life, children and their successes and struggles, extended families, homes, vacations, recreation, physical condition, passions. Have you made it to Broadway or Hollywood? Let the responses wash over you as you move and make up a dance to the music. When the music stops, lay down, rest, relax, and breathe. 60s and 70s. How do you envision your life to be at this age? Your children are grown up. There may be grandchildren or no children at all, so investigate the feelings associated with that. Your dreams may or may not have come true. You may be planning for or dreading retirement. Are you healthy or ill? Maybe friends begin to die more often. It's all under your control, and this is part of the beauty of the exercise. Let yourself have any feelings that transpire and express them through the dance movements. When the music stops, lay down, rest, relax, and breathe. Old age, 80s, 90s, and beyond. Make up a dance of what your life has come to, how you want to be in your old age, your health and outlook. What new discoveries and wisdom have you gained? Dance the aches and pains, loves, joys, friends of all ages, alive and dead. Have you continued to work? Are you held in high regard in your field? Are you able, spry, and proud? Do you feel well loved? Are you joyful, grumpy, or alone? Are you prepared for whatever occurs next? Let those feelings come to the surface through the dance. When the music stops, lay down, rest, relax, and breathe. Your own death. What do you want that to be like? In your sleep. With loved ones at your side, saying goodbye to everyone. Telling jokes and kidding right to the end. Mystical or religious. On stage. Try not to dwell on your fears of it, if possible. Create a dance for this undiscovered country, using your own unique feelings of what you envision, peacefulness, a sense of fulfillment, beautiful timelessness, or terrifying hell. When the music stops, lay down, rest, relax, and breathe. Life after death. Do you have a conception of life after death, or do you think it's all nothingness? Make up a dance of nothingness, if that is how you feel. Is it a religious or cosmic experience? Let the music direct you in the dance. Is there even consciousness? Can you see light, colors, or hear sounds? Is it beautiful or fearful? Will you see everyone you ever knew? You can imagine people whom you loved that died. Fill yourself up with the feelings and make up a dance to the music. When the music stops, lay down, rest, relax, and breathe. Remain lying down and quiet after the exercise and take some time to digest the experience. Think about which ages were more powerfully evocative for you. Did you experience new interpretations of your past? Were you surprised by buried memories or feelings? Did you dance more freely than you thought you would? Did you feel inhibited or self-conscious at certain ages? Remember what ages or movements triggered certain sensations, events, places, people, or emotional memories. The results from this and the other exercises is what Strasberg told his actors was called the raw material for your work. After resting for a few minutes, I have the actors slowly get up and, without speaking, gather in a circle. I play a great piece of contemporary dance music that everyone knows and loves, and then one person at a time goes into the center and dances alone as everyone in the circle celebrates them and their life for a few minutes. That actor then chooses the next person to dance in the center, until everyone has been celebrated. The experience is indescribably exhilarating. It takes more effort to do the exercise alone, but it's well worth it. In class you have the expertise of the teacher, and inspiration from the shared experience of being with the other actors, and this encourages everyone to rise to the moment. As the teacher, I'm always amazed at how moving and powerful it is to watch actors allow themselves to become more vulnerable. It's of particular interest to watch those who tend not to be physical in their acting and are restrained in their behavior awaken to impulses in themselves that take them to the next level. Their movements and gestures are fuller and more expressive than in their lives. The exercise can be done at any time during the training. I teach the evolution exercise at the end of a week-long master class, where the actors have begun to comprehend what working through the senses entails as a means of molding themselves into committed artists. When you share an emotional experience in class, it promotes a sense of camaraderie among the group, which helps to facilitate a common artistic goal.